Hello. So, hi, we're back. So this time, we're going to do a review of the movie The Skyscraper. We'll just watch this afternoon sa Cineplex Gateway Mall. Now, just a simple observation about what we've seen in the movie. Ano bang nakita mo? Ikaw, anong nakita mo sa movie? Do you think it's one of the most intense or gravity-defying stunt that Dwayne Johnson has done with the movie? Kasi he was on the, like, fictionally, it's on the above the 96th floor, I think so, on the story, on the plot of the movie na she jumped via a crane beside the building. Ano sa tingin mo ang pinakaano din sa movie na to, prominent sa kanya?
Sana masasabi ko siya. Meron.
May ganun. Ano ba masabi mo? A conflict with the owners of the building with a terrorist guy. And so, that's it. Sabotage. Nagkaroon ng sabotage. There was this, yung pinaka-villain in the movie was represented by Roland Moller as Coris Botha, a terrorist kingpin. So he managed to get into the building, and then while the wife and the two children of Dwayne Johnson, two children of Will Sawyer, who was the lead security officer in the building, was also on the 96th floor. So he was be able to penetrate the building and be able to save his family who was there, who's at risk there. So basically, that's the synopsis, the story. And so we're here now to discuss what's actually. I think Roland Moller played quite a critical role as the villain in the movie, as the guy who sabotaged actually the whole plan of the businessman there, played by Chin Han and Zhao Long-ji. Apparently, after the story, an Asian investor led by a high-level financier have financed construction of the world's tallest skyscraper in Hong Kong. The set of the Pearl Building is in Hong Kong actually, towering at 3,500 feet or 225 floors. So napakataas talaga ng building, ano. So, and then super skyscraper na ang tawag sa kanya. This is just not an ordinary skyscraper. It's called super kasi sobrang taas na, mas mataas pa siya sa Burj Khalifa ng Dubai. So, can you just imagine, the Burj Khalifa is the tallest building now in the world. And wala pa naka-break ng record na yon. And then, siguro pag by 2020, according to some analysts, lalabas yung pag na-construct na, fully constructed na yung tower sa Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, that will surpass the Burj Khalifa. Pero in this movie, the Pearl Building is fictional, done by computer graphic designers and experts on the field, and they were able to construct this along with all the technical and the mechanical production to it. So napakagaling din ang gumawa nito, yung electronic gadgets that were used on the floors, on every floors, and every possible electronic devices that might be connected to it. Fictional siya. The thing about this is, it just behind the scenes lang siya. It's just, kumbaga, naka-add lang siya ng somehow, nakaganda lang siya sa film, sa totality ng story. But the main ingredients that really will get the audience to love the film, I think, is the idea of a family man trying to be a hero just to be able to save the lives of his own wife and children, who's actually in peril and in danger at that particular time. So yun yung, you know, every one of us would love to see such kind of an action of a heroic, feat that a person will do by, jumping from a tall um, a tall structure like crane going to the 96th floor of this Pearl building. Diba? It's really a feat. And the whole story revolves around the structure, the scraper, the skyscraper itself. So from the beginning, nagkaroon lang siya ng flashback about what happened to Dwayne Johnson, or lang siya ng, so actually wala din natin naabutan yung kung paano naging naputol yung paa, di ba, ni Will Sawyer, the former FBI hostage rescue team leader. So he's an amputee. So actually added to that yung not so real part of the movie is how could an amputee, be able to save or be able to do such a feat, di ba? Parang kung titingnan mo sa real life, parang hindi mangyayari yun. Can you imagine, putol na nga ang paa mo, tapos makakapag-salba ka pa, makakapag-rescue ka pa. So, to that part talaga is very fictional na unrealistic naman din yun. Pero the whole thing, even if it turned out like that, if you look at the, ano bang tawag sa gano'n, what really actually is different about this movie, yung pinaka-ano niya, yung pinaka-added excitement to the movie is not much of the not so real scenes of the movie, but more on
Nakaka-tense. Nakakaiyak.
So there's a bit of drama as well at the latter part.
Nakaka-shock yung basta nakakaabang-abang yung bawat minuto na tumatakbo yung pelikula. Alam mo yun, yung hindi ka maboboring, talagang papanoorin mo, hindi ka pwedeng.
In other words, maganda yung movie. It's for the family.
The best talaga siya.
It's a family movie. At the same time, it's a good guy beats bad guy movie. It's basically a typical one na ganun. Pero kahit pag ganun siya, typical of a good guy beats a bad guy movie, and there's a moral story at the end of the movie. The component about this thing is yung intensity ng mga thrilling segment or scenes in the movie. Kagaya ng yung may splinter na yung Dwayne Johnson's wife has to pass through, and then she will have to get her son to go back on the same splinter, tapos at a level na napaka-towering, and nakikita mo yung lalim ng so ikaw pa lang bilang movie fan or moviegoer, pag tinitingnan mo yung scene na yun, parang napipicture mo sarili mo na nandun ka din, na kasi parang feeling parang ako rin ang mahuhulog dun sa point na yun, na magko-cross sila ng splinter na yun. So dapat pag nanonood ka talaga, parang although it's fictional, the movie is highly fictional kasi nga wala naman talagang real skyscraper na the Pearl na rising to 3,500 feet above the ground and 225 floors. So napagkataas yan, mas mataas pa siya sa the real life Burj Khalifa of Dubai. Ang Burj Khalifa is only about 1,700 feet. This one, sa The Pearl na movie, sa the skyscraper, yung ginamit na building is 3,500 feet. Nasa 96th floor pa lang siya, or roughly 100 feet. Or nasa middle area yung yung kung saan nagkaroon ng sunog, di ba? So basically, talaga, napaka full of suspense. Kung paano, somehow nakarelate ako doon sabi ko na nga, lahat ng mga critics nakikita ko sa online, they're comparing this movie to Die Hard of Bruce Willis. Ako din nakita ko yun actually kasi I've seen the movie during the 80s pa yata yun yung Die Hard movie ni Bruce Willis na ang scene sa movie na yon is ganun din sa building din, and was trying to save somebody also from the building. So somehow related siya. At some of the critics I've researched online is nagsasabi din na related din ito sa Towering Inferno. It's another movie na somehow may similarity siya. Pero other than this one, na similarities niya, personally I like the way it was done artistically, the sceneries, the how they're able to come up with fictitious building, and then along with all the technical production set design, napaka galing ng gumawa. The director, it's very impressive for me. Somehow sa akin impressive yan.
Siyempre, yung gumanap talaga, napakagaling talaga ng mga actor at actresses.
And I don't know if it's true, pero they've spent like $163 million for the production set and the whole cost for the movie.
Pero at least, I think worth it naman yung ginawa nila kasi napakaganda talaga. At masasabi mong the best yung movie na nakakatawa kasi may makukuha ka rin lesson talaga from the movie na ang galing. Alam mo yung yung loving father, yung pagmamahal niya sa
anak niya.
Sa family niya.
Sa family niya, yes.
Alam mo yung kahit may kapansanan siya, inakit niya yung pinakamataas na yung ng crane para lang makatulay lang kasi sa ilalim merong mga nagbabagang ako.
So may tinatawag na yung talagang moral story to that. At the end of the story.
Doon pa lang parang alam mo yun, nakakaiyak siya na ang galing, parang nakakatawa yung tatay na alam mo yun, lalo na yung sinabi niya sa isang line niya na hindi ang buhay niya ang mahalaga, kundi ang buhay ng anak. Alam mo yun, parang doon sa nakakaiyak talaga yung pagmamahal ng isang ama sa kanyang mga anak.
Parang gano'n. Ako mas nakarelate ako sa mga suspense scenes in the movie. Not nakaka-relate pala. It's more parang bang you're in the movie when you're watching on that part na parang mahuhulog ka na, tapos parang tatalon si Dwayne from the crane to the building. So, talaga siya yung it's a movie na you're connected to the movie itself in terms of sa segment niya hanggang sa the end of the movie. So it's a very nice one. I like it. Kasi I like suspense thriller talaga ng movies. That's why when we decided to watch, sabi ko, I wanna watch that kasi I wanna see action. Mahilig din ako sa action. At saka suspense. Lalo na yung part na nakaka-tense na kung matatawid ba niya yung anak niya doon sa splinter na yon kasi nasa 96 floor, hinahawakan niya kung makabitaw siya. And there are a lot of scenes na ang kamay niya halos yung mahuhulog na siya.
Na parang pakiramdam ikaw na rin yung nahuhulog.
Parang yung ganun. Tapos parang siyang si Spider-Man, kung meron na siyang power ni Spider-Man, okay lang, hindi ako masyadong nag-aalala. Pero nung time na yun, parang feeling ko, parang an ordinary person to do that. Tapos parang nandun ako sa kanya on his shoes, parang hindi, ang hirap siguro. No? Alam mo yung feeling na mahuhulog ka sa isang napakataas na building.
Na siguradong hindi ka mabubuhay.
Ako kasi personally, meron talaga akong fear of heights. Sometimes na ayoko nga tumingin sa sa mataas na building, tapos dun sa baba na pag mataas na masyado, pero napafight ko naman yung fear na yon. Pero dun sa movie na to, parang feeling ko nandun ka rin sa nakakatakot, parang nakakatakot na mahulog ka dun. So maganda yung movie. Panoorin nyo, it's a good movie basically. And I've heard na nag-gross ito ng 65 million
ibang bansa.
Na yun sa global na yun, profits na yata yun. Nasa US yata mga less than 20 M lang yata yun. Basta globally I think it's like 68 million lang. Pero ang production cost nila, saka yung cost of making the movie, is more than just that. Siguro mga 100 plus million din ang nagastos ng mga producer. But yun na nga. So basically yung yung kabuuan ng movie from beginning to the climax part and to the end of the movie, it was very good para sa akin for those people who are expecting more of the intense actions. Yung bang alam mo yung mga adventurous na tao na yung bang na hindi mo kayang magawa na pwede mong gawin. Parang gusto mo ring mangyari sa'yo na parang nandun ka din. Parang pagka you're taking the risk talaga, gusto mo ring na makita yun dun sa movie. Alam mo yun yung nagustuhan ko doon na part. Ikaw, anong mga hindi na quite realistic doon sa movie?
Ano man, pati yung pagtalon, syempre, siguro makatalon ka ng ganun kalaki.
Kaya nga, yun nga lang, mula sa crane, di ba, papunta doon sa building. Parang the chances are na mabuhay ka pa doon is napaka-slim ng chance, di ba? Pero just because this is done as a fictional story, so ganun talaga. Siyempre siya ang bida doon, hindi naman siya pwedeng mamatay doon. But so overall, very entertaining. Yun ang masabi ko, entertaining and full of suspense. And madadala ka talaga yung yung adrenaline mo talagang tataas talaga. Dahil while watching the movie until the end, mo talaga, parang hindi ka makahinga eh. Hindi nga ako makahinga, parang makakapagpipigilan mo talagang hininga mo hanggang sa matapos yung scenes na napaka-tense, di ba? So overall, okay naman. So this is just one of the reviews this is the first actually review that we're doing for a movie. So watch for our other reviews na lang siguro. And the next time we'll watch the movie. Anything you want to say about the movie, Alana?
Yun na.
So yun na yun. So, till next time, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye!